can go around and around this system till our heads are swimming. As long as the promethium and the supplies last. Okay? And if any thick as gross shit lowlives come sniffing around, we'll be able to take them out. Don't you worry on that score. Hostile ordnance. Do you have anything to report? No, my job's simple. Maintain the arsenal, fire when I'm told. But just ask anyone. We've got no available crew, my lord. Master of ordnance, you forget yourself? So what? Comes the officer's hostile and bitter reply. If his dam has burst inside and all pent-up emotions rushing them. The ship's in ruins. Every second officer's dead. And now we've got a green lord captain who's supposed to lead us to the void knows where. Silence. The bridge magnificent glass panes seems to tremble under the force of Abelard's roar. Enforcers, seize this mutineer. Guess we're gonna have to find another replacement. If only one officer out of the whole lot has fallen to pieces, then that's not bad. Your lordship, I do humbly apologize on the behalf of this crew. What would you have to do with the Master of Ordnance, the former Master of Ordnance, I should say? Besides, find a replacement. I don't want to execute him. Experienced Master of Ordnance are few and far between, so for that reason, he may remain in the post. I leave his punishment at your discretion, Abelard. 20 lashes a month for the next half cycle. Deprivation of officers' rations and privilege for the same period. With the option to extend. Record that in his file. Blood stars and blinkingly the Master of Ordnance. Seashore sniveling. Disgrace yourself and your entire clan. The hysterics are over, let's resume. Master Ordnance stands up, wiping the blood from his broken nose. His face is a picture of shock. What just happened seems to be dawning on him only now, the knowledge of the fate he narrowly escaped. To summarize, we've sustained serious losses in crew numbers, and we require a new engineer prime and navigator. This is all that's preventing us from continuing the voyage? Nicely, Lord Captain. But bear in mind that this will not be the end of our trials. The ship's systems must be properly inspected for major damage, which can only be carried out at Footfall Station. Massive void port on the edge of Koronus expanse, okay? The only major dockyard in the sector. But we'll never reach Footfall without solving these immediate three problems. What can you tell us about the system we currently find ourselves in? See the Vox Master at this point. We're in the Reichert star system. Our voyage here is undertaken on the orders of the Lordship's predecessor. There are 3 inhabited bodies in the system. Our attempts to Vox message has produced confounding results. The Navis Nobilite station has not simply failed to answer, it seems to be maintaining total Vox silence. However, we did receive a distress signal from the prison planetoid in the system. Reichert Mineris itself is also not responding to our hails. But most alarming is that our augurs have intercepted signals from the surface that seem to indicate something hostile on the planet. This situation is not very encouraging, but without a navigator, tech priests, and new crew members, we won't be able to travel anywhere. Therefore, we must go to the planet and Navis Nobilite station and find out what's going on. Alright, dismissed. Your Lordship, there's one other thing. A confidential matter of the utmost importance. Lady Theodora's your eternally esteemed predecessor brought the ship here to the system for a reason. She's given a secret commission. You perhaps are wondering who was the authority to commission a rogue trader to do anything? I should tell you, the Lord Inquisitor, the hand of the Emperor. the architect of his will in the Koronus expanse. Came across a strange handwritten letter on Theodora's desk. It's signed XC. You're referring to the contents of that note, I would presume. Yes, quite right. Davia, I'll say, oh, Kalskasau? Oh, Jesus Christ. Lady Theodora has to seek out the Lord's and Credus's right-hand man, one Henriks van Kolix, an interrogator, understand. All I know is that he is somewhere in the system, and then we must find him and offer him whatever assistance he requires, then deliver him to Footfall in the Floribunda's system. Finding without any more information will go will be difficult indeed, but an Inquisitor is an important individual. The authorities in the system, either at Navis Nobilite or the governor of the Reichard Minoris, may know something. That is all, your lordship. You have a great deal of work ahead of you, but that's a mere taste of the daily burden of the road trader. Think you must take up the reins of Von Valetia's protectorate? Thanks. Dearest, it's Argenta. Explain yourselves. Psycho is suffering from some ailment or dark madness. She insisted on seeing the road trader. I judged that it would be unwise to leave her unsupervised. For a brief moment, Sister Argenta's voice sounds hesitant. She's also hoping to approach you with a personal request. You can wait. Speak with me when you have time, rogue trader. Daybreak. Dora, come to your senses. Lordship, here's the thing. I was trying to see the immediate future. It hit me so hard, my head is spinning. Something very strange is heading our way. I can't make it out what it is, no matter how hard I try. A single word is all I can make out. Daybreak. Or maybe it's dawn. It's ringing and ringing like an echo. Like a bell. But if it's daybreak, then why is it so dark? Can I extract any information of value from a single word? Can you tell us anything else, Mrs. Talas? No, not yet anyway. The voices are going berserk. All shite at me at once. Can't make any sense of it. As soon as I know or sense anything, I'll report it. All right? Well, Captain, if you want me to take a closer look into the future, your future, find me on the bridge and we'll talk. Lady Theodore is well served by my whispers on many occasions. Okay. Is there anything else I need to report? I declare this briefing concluded. All this reading and talking is going to do a number on my voice. There's Argenta. You wanted something?
Rogue trader.
What is it that's keeping you in my retinue?
This ship was targeted by heretical pirates, which means that my presence here and the assistance I provide to you are my sacred duty. Sooner or later, I will likely have to return to Footfall to protect its reliquary. But for now, I wish to remain a part of the Rogue Trader's crew.
You might be used to me, so I have no problem with your presence. You said you had a personal request for me?
I indeed have a request, Rogue Trader.
Jesus, the accursed servants of chaos who assaulted this ship took the lives of loyal crew members, and they orphaned many children, including the progeny of the brave officers who defended their posts until the bitter end. I do not know what customary practices there are for cases like this in the Von Valentia's territory, but in the world I'm familiar with, the children of such brave souls could expect to receive some special consideration. Perhaps Rogue Trader could meet with the orphans. What good would do meeting them? These children are the future of your crew, and one day they too will stand against evil, the heresy as their parents did. By meeting them, by speaking the right words to them, you'll honor the memory of the fallen heroes and light the way the heroes in the making. They'll always remember the day that they met the rogue trader. Besides, it will bolster the orphan's spirits and help them recover from the loss. Yeah, I'll meet with them. No formalities needed. I'll pass your instructions. Cool. Oh, now? Like right now. Right. Motley group of adolescents do not take their eyes off you, gazing at you as if you were a creature straight from a fairy tale. Our infatigable sister has been keeping an eye on these pups. It is hardly the scholar prodigium in here, but we have provided the orphans on the ship with adequate care and instruction. Brave ones, the master of this ship has appeared before you, the one who guides it through the darkness of the universe by the Emperor's will. Greet the Lord Captain, the rogue trader of the House von Valentius. I, the rogue trader, the Lord Captain of the ship, speak to you now. Your parents gave their lives for just cause and brought honor to the von Valentius banners and those of the Imperium. I am proud of them and believe that you will become their worthy heirs. Teenagers hang on your every word with bated breath. Only a few at the end of the row seem sullen and not particularly impressed by your speech. But what? Why should we care? Our friends and parents died in the dozens for you noble lot. You can just give us speeches? Few things to say, I'll hear them without... say them without fear, I'll listen. Doesn't matter what we say, it won't bring our parents back, and won't change our fates. We'll keep slaving away in this ship until we drop and die like our folks, or worse. When the heretics who killed your parents attacked the ship, I was there. I took command. I fought and repelled the assault as quickly as I could. But no war can be won without losses. You only strive to do what is within your power. You heard the rogue trader? His words carry wisdom of the Imperium. Hard to say whether or not your words have left an impression on the boy. But he nods slowly, then he catches himself and gives you an awkward bow. Abelard gives a sign, and the servants immediately emerge carrying packaged treats with von Valentius ablaze the wrappers. It appears that Sensual came prepared for any contingency. Yeah, here, take candy. That'll make the loss of your parents dying better. Rubs her temples pensively. She smiles and offers a few more words of encouragement, then leaves the bay. Where's what's her face? I spoke to her already, but let's see if she has something new to say.
Greetings.
Isn't there Dara around here? Ah, she is. Tall middle-aged woman stares straight ahead, her eyes vacant. She rubs the implant to her temple. Her collar is undone, and one of the clasps on it is on the verge of falling off. Sensing your presence, Dara turns her head towards you and offers you a crooked smile, even as her eyes look right through you. What's it like? I mean, we're a psyker, so why would I ask? You know Theodora well? None of the
officers knew the Lord Captain well. Not even Abelard, and she was always closer to him than anyone else. She told me from the off that if I ever listened to anything in the warp about her without her permission, I'd be going out through the airlock. I'm not an idiot, so I never stuck my nose where it didn't belong. Only when I was asked. It's hard to wrap my head around the fact that she's gone. Lady von Valancius gave me everything I have. She opened the stars to me and the paths between them. I still think I can hear her voice.
See, I don't want her augury because A, could be spoilers, and B, I don't want anything she says affect my decision making. About your abilities.
What are you talking about, Lord Captain?
For a psyker, psychers only grant the right to live with the Emperor's blessing.
Right you are, Lord Captain. And enough worrying about me, all right?
Yes, things are strained between you and Argenta, isn't that right?
The little sister is afflicted with her own set of voices. Ones that whisper to her about corruption and heresy. The silly girl doesn't realize that if she wants to find the source, she needs to start by looking in her own head.
Right. Good talk.
Of course. Always at your service.
Lord Captain.
Let's talk about things that may be useful to me as a rogue trader.
A noble aspiration, Lord Captain. I am ready to acquaint you with all the particulars that interest you.
Who are the main players to be aware of in the Koronus expanse?
In the first instance, you should treat official representatives of the Imperium with respect. The expanse may be on the fringes, but it still numbers among the territories of the Golden Throne. The arrival of the Lord Inquisitor has turned the Koronus expanse into a less wild and uncontrolled region, to the regret of some individuals who had grown inured to the local lawlessness.
Okay.
Rogue traders such as yourself are also servants of the Imperium. They have been accorded special rights and powers. They wield immense authority within their territory, and they enjoy absolute respect in other parts of the Expanse. The most powerful of them are Caligos Winterscale and Incendia Bastal Chorda. Tread carefully when dealing with either of them. If we are to speak of unclaimed territory, which is what Footfall is, among the scum that dwells on that handful of asteroids, there are 3 factions that wield considerable influence in the sector. The first is the Kazbala Commission, organized crime in its most primitive form. It holds sway over the Liege of Footfall, and has links to rogue trader Winterscale. The second faction is an offshoot of our shining ecclesiarchy, followers of St. Drusus. They are actively building their forces, and hold influence over rogue trader Chorda. And finally, the third faction, the Explorators, a wing of the Adeptus Mechanicus. They are willing to die and kill for the secrets of the ancient technological heresies that are hidden among the stars of the Koronus expanse.
Conrad, our previous Master Whispers, what can you tell me about his betrayal? What do you think he'll do next?
You know, Lord Captain, I am no admirer of fine art. But when we next find ourselves in a civilized port, with time to spare, I will promptly find an artist and commission a portrait of the individual to whom you refer, with a hole between the eyes. Conrad Voigtveer. That he committed his treachery and escaped with his life was an unforgivable oversight. We both served Lord Captain Theodora for many years, and we never saw eye to eye. He was brash. He was never afraid of assuming responsibility, and he willingly took on difficult tasks. I am loath to admit it, but the Von Velatius Protectorate continues to reap the fruits of his labors to this day. His service always garnered my respect. But everything else about him made me want to wring the neck of that two-faced snake. If you are taking comfort in the thought that we will hear no more of Conrad, prepare to be disappointed. You thwarted his plans, his meticulously plotted and nurtured treachery. He is sure to attempt to strike at you, and he will use his contacts and knowledge of the Protectorate to do so. The only question, Lord Captain, is whether you will be able to anticipate his next steps. This is a topic for an official briefing, not a casual conversation. But I will try to answer succinctly, and if you permit, in my own words. The Koronus expanse is considerably removed from the heart of the Imperium. This means that local warp routes become useless within months. Established pathways are regularly subject to attacks from all kinds of rabble. And in the only major port, the Imperium's frigates find themselves moored alongside pirate vessels.
Okay. Sounds
Until
great.
recently, the Koronus expanse could hardly have been called a region of the Imperium. The situation has changed with the arrival of the Lord Inquisitor, but not by much. This place operates under its own rules, you see. More radical, so to speak. But ones that allow for a non-standard approach where there is a promise of victory. The Koronus expanse is considered rogue trader territory for a reason. Only rogue traders have sufficient military might, audacity, and the rights granted them by the warrant to survive the leap into the unexplored part of the expanse. And in the event of a successful outcome, to hold on to whatever they manage to capture on the frontier.
Okay.
As you wish, Lord Captain. Lord Captain.
A change in circumstances has demanded your immediate assistance in a mutual cause. Forthwith, upon receiving this letter and performing necessary preparations of your crew, part of the record system, one of my agents, interrogator Henrik von Kalox, operates there at the present time. Upon your arrival in the system, you will, without delay, make contact with him. Offer any assistance required of you, okay? That's basically what we already got told. Their journal. Quests. This seems to be the main one. These are the 3 errands. Yeah, I kind of want to go get a navigator first. Navis Nobilite station, okay. Star systems. The events of Warhammer 40k rogue trader take place in the vast region of space known as the Koronus Expanse. The sector, yeah. The guide. Yeah, that's the one we're after. The guide's there. Lord Captain reporting that the heralds of Navis Nobilite continue to maintain Vox silence. Perhaps due to Urac 5 being off limits to visitors. The intercepted signals from the beacons drifting the station's orbit. The demands are clear. We are told to turn the ship around immediately. We are also detected accumulation of space debris nearby the station's docks. Presumably, it is the remains of interplanetary shuttles. The esteemed Navis Nobilite House requires aid and therefore cannot respond to the Vox transmission. Contact the station again. I'll negotiate personally. The station not even replied after an official greeting by a rogue trader. We need official approval. Order the Augur crew to scan the station. The Augur crew performed 4 scans of the station, but the information is imprecise. They note the waves of distortions unclear, throwing off most of the readings. We will not invade it without. But we were able to sustain the reactor core of the station is still active. Many compartments are empowered. Yeah, we can't do without approval. But I feel it's my duty to remind you that the Navis Nobility are highly respected citizens of the Imperium. Humanity's guides through the warp. The power and status of the Highborn Navigator is akin to that of your protectorate. Aid them in the hours has need would require all the crews commence docking with the station. Oh, okay, so I have to do it anyway. Affirmative, Lord Captain. You don't know what was happening with the station? So we'll look for the esteemed navigators blind. Dock safety, and may the God Emperor be with you. Thanks. Call the station, find answers. The Nobility station is not responding. Yeah, we'll take these people with us. I mean, I feel like getting a navigator is paramount. Is it doing it again?
You dare to argue with your master?
It was not you whom I swore to serve within these walls. My lips are sealed.
Confess. What was the old man's last command? What are you planning?
Give up, Keeper. You have lost this battle. Again.
We're getting nowhere with these ones, sir. Permission to execute them.
Reggie consigned to oblivion for your contritions against House Celio. Deliver your servants from peril. Are they about to get executed? Whereas when I'll help your servants of the damned. Name of House Celio, I command you to execute these the infidels. Lol. That shotgun blast definitely looked like it hit the guy at the back as well. Not a further step. Or step further, Jesus Christ. Master, we have some strange guests on the station.